All right, Brother Moshe, and I say good evening. It's 9 p.m. in my area. I say shalom. Coming here for another live stream this evening. Yeah, I wanna this night's live gonna be about the attack on black masculinity. Something that's been on my mind lately. Something that's been on my mind. So I'm gonna do a live stream on my thoughts about it. The attack on black masculinity. So yeah, as you know, over through the course of the years, there's been attack on black masculinity. Shalom, bro. Oh no, I'm listening to a live interview, but I can't do to like and support. That's what's up, Randy woman. If you can't make the live stream, you go watch the replay. But I'm gonna go ahead and do my live stream. But yeah, I just want to talk about the attack on black masculinity here. Like I was saying, over the course of the years, they've been an attack on black masculinity. And now they use it's an attack on masculinity as a whole today of all men of nationalities. But it's man and a black man, masculinity been under siege. From the feminine station of our young boys. Okay, bet I got you, fam. That's what's up. Appreciate it, sister Randy woman. Appreciate it. But I just want to attack, talk about this, how they condition our men to be effeminate and dress effeminate. But it's like in this society, when they see a black man being masculine, or even just standing up to be a man, they demonize it. They look down on it. They treat him like he's a monster, like he's a terrorist, just for being a man, just for doing what's right. In some incidents, you can't even raise your voice because they see that as a threat. A man's supposed to raise his voice. That exalts power, like a lion roaring in a jungle. When a lion or any kind of wild animal roars, especially a male wild lion, a male wild animal, he's demonstrating his authority and power when he roars, you know, just like a lion or a bear, any type of masculine male animal. When he roars, just like a wolf, the alpha male wolf, he howls, he growls at the pack to let him know he's in charge. He's the head wolf in charge. But yeah, it's like when they see a masculine black man, especially if he's in shape, and he's tall and the darker he is, society look at that as a threat. Especially these pale heathens. That's why the cops be quick to kill a brother, even when he have his hands up. The cops want to draw out the gun, be quick to draw out the guns and shoot instead of use non-lethal force. What happened to using non-lethal force? But if it's one of theirs, they make sure they use non-lethal force. But as soon as one of our brothers get caught up in a situation with the law enforcement, and we could do it peaceful, we could be peaceful. Some of them still feel threatened. They feel threatened by us. Yeah, they feel threatened. But yeah, and this could all be traced back to the Willie Lynch too, the Willie Lynch letters. How it teaches the black woman to raise their daughters to be strong mentally, not physically, but mentally. And she teaches the slave sons to be strong but mentally weak. You gotta have both. A man gotta be you could be physical strong, but without mental strength, physical strength is meaningless. And I like to add the spiritual aspect to it. If you can have physical strength, but if you don't have mental and spiritual strength, physical strength is nothing. It's nothing. You need all three. You need all three. So you could have mental and physical strength. But if you don't have spiritual strength, that's just in my opinion. You need three. If you have two of the three, you're on a good path. But you definitely need all three. I think a man should have all three in the course of his life. Whether he attain all three later on in his life, but definitely should have all three. And sadly, Most black men have just one, and that's the physical strength. We don't, most of us don't have the mental strength because we ain't raised with a strong masculine and mental, a father figure in our households, you know. And definitely we don't have the spiritual aspect because we following all these false religions. We're not following the Torah of the Most High. You know, we're not reading the Bible, learning the Bible truth. We following these false religions. Got us going all over the place. But that's where the lack of the spiritual strength comes from. You know? And just in my opinion, but it's, you know, it's the truth. You know, a lot of brothers, you know, they got the physical strength, but they don't have the mental strength, you know, how to deal with certain things in life, you know, you got a lot of these young boys, they don't think with logic, they think with emotion, you know, they be quick to jump the gun and fly off the handle. You know, a lot of these, you know, young boys, you know, they get into an altercation, they be quick to pull out a gun, you know, and kill their fellow brother, you know, with the quickness, you know, like back in, I'm sure like in the generation X, in the baby boomer generations, they settle things with fists, you know. If they use weapons, they probably use bats and knives, but mainly they use fists. And you know, they probably a knuckle up, you know, somebody get their behind beat, you know, a bloody nose, a few black eyes, but they live to fight another day. But in this generation, in this day and age, you know, I say like from the late millennials on to the generation now, these youngsters, man, they pull out guns on each other. You know, realize once you pull that trigger, you can't reverse that. Once you pull that trigger, them bullets ain't coming back. They going forward. They gonna hit something. They gonna hit something. That's one thing about a bullet. It don't have a name on it, and it must hit a target. And it don't care what kind of target it hits. Whether it hits a blank target or person, it doesn't care. But yeah, they be quick to pull out a gun, man, these young boys, you know, because they think with their emotions like a woman. And they don't think with logic. Because you see, if they were to think with logic, you know, for example, they'd be like, look, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to shoot somebody and go to jail for 25 to life because we already live in a system that want to keep us in bondage. You know, and they want to keep our men in a prison system. That's why the court system give the brothers long sentences, you know, to make sure if they get out, they're going to be out of their youth. You know, because just like here in Louisiana got one of the most toughest justice systems out in the states. You know, you got a lot of our brothers, you know, getting caught up and they being sentenced to like 90 years in prison, you know, life, you know, 25 to life, but all kind of outlandish sentences, you know, like 99 years plus 50 more, you know, it's crazy. You sentence somebody to 99 years in prison plus 50, he ain't getting out. That's life. You might as well say he's serving life. And they do that by design, you know, because they want to keep our brothers down. And you see, they want to keep our brothers locked up so they don't reproduce. You know, so much war on black masculinity. And let's see what else I could sum up about this war on black masculinity. You know, even in the public school system, they like if a black boy, you know, want to stand up, you know, or trying to figure out a better way to solve a problem, or you know, in the classroom, the teacher gonna shut his self-esteem down, and that's happened a lot. You know, a lot of black boys get their confidence and self-esteem shut down in the public school system. You know, by these white women teachers and man and the white woman teachers. A few black women teachers too, but it's man and the white female teachers. They shut the black boy self-esteem down in the public school system. That's why I say, you know, the public school system, it trains black boys for prison life, you know, from the school to prison pipeline. You can research it. They call it the school to prison pipeline, you know, and that's what it does. Because if you think about it, that's what it feels like when you're in a public school. It feels like you're in prison or in jail. You know, how you're in the lunchroom, you got to wait in line in the lunchroom. You got lunch trays, you know, the school buses, you know, just like the prison buses, you know, crazy. We live in a crazy system. Hmm. Yeah, it's like if they see a black boy, demonstrating confidence in school, they gonna say, "Oh, he being cocky." No, there's a difference from being confident and cocky. You know, it's like they don't want black boys to be confident. They want him to always have a low self-esteem. They don't want him to have a voice. They train black boys not to have a voice or to speak his mind. And I see it in public with some of these single mothers. They could have a black son. He could be maybe 2 or 3 years old or even 5 years old. I don't know if y'all noticed it, if y'all see it in public. Sometimes he be 3 years old, he still got a pacifier in his mouth. Take that pacifier out of his mouth. He ain't a baby. He a toddler. He a boy. When you see him with that pacifier in his mouth, to me that symbolizes, shut up, little black boy, shut up. You have no voice. That pacifier symbolizes that he must stay quiet at all times, like a little good little slave boy. That's why I don't like seeing that, when them single mothers, see, any father ain't gonna go for that. A strong masculine father, he gonna tell his woman, look, take, he ain't gonna even make it to one. He ain't gonna even make it. See, he ain't gonna keep that pacifier in his mouth. By the time he's 1 years old, a strong father will have that pacifier thrown away. A strong masculine father ain't gonna let his son have a pacifier in his mouth at no 3 to 5 years old. That's a insult, man. The baby fire. The other boys gonna think your son is a sissy, or weakling. He gonna get picked on. He gonna call him a baby. You know how children is. Children are cruel. Children are cruel. You know. Some of these mothers, they want their sons. They dress their sons to look cute. With all the stylish clothes. Don't want the sons to go outside and play and get dirty. When we was boys, we used to go outside. They used to make us go outside. Get dirty, go get a few scraped knees. If we get a scraped knee, you pick on your soul until you don't feel the pain no more. Gee, these days, a little boy get a scraped knee, he gonna cry. He gonna think it's the end of the world. He gonna think it's the end of the world. Or if he fall down, see, like if we fell down, yeah, it may hurt. We might cry, but our dad has told us, stop crying, be a tough guy. And that motivates us to stop crying and get up and play again and continue running. It's all a part of being a boy. You're gonna have your few scraped knees. You're gonna have your few scraped knees, you're gonna fall, you're gonna trip, you know. You're gonna probably get a few, you might get a few, you're gonna get into accidents as a little boy. These days it's different. They shelter their boys, these mothers, it's like they don't want to engage in masculine things. And that's why I say, and another thing, why there's an attack on black masculinity. They fear a black man being masculine because once he be masculine enough and demonstrate those roles as a true man in leadership, the other nations, especially the Caucasian men, they don't want to take orders from a black man. They do not. They don't. Ultimately, they don't want to take orders from a non-white man, but most definitely, they do not want to take orders from a black man. I don't care where it's at, whether it's in the military, on a job, on a football team, it doesn't matter. Anything that requires a leadership role, a Caucasian man will not, his pride will not allow him to take orders from a black man. And that's just how it is. They do not. Just something about these Caucasians, man, just because they think they have the pale and lighter skin, they think it gives them the right to be dominant over everybody else in the world. You know, that's their problem. They sick. They want to be dominant over everything else in the world, but their skin can't dominate the rays of the sun. You know, and that's factual. That's factual. But yeah, they do not want to take orders from a black man or any black person. They want to be always the head honcho in charge, and that's why they attack black masculinity. They want to feminize the black man, have him be gay. And even a straight black man, they want the straight black men to sleep with transsexual women, you know. And we ain't going for that. The majority of true black men ain't going for that stuff. Cause a true masculine black man loves women in its natural order. or any masculine man, not just black man, any real masculine man gonna always be attracted to women, the opposite sex. He ain't gonna be into that all between crap, that bisexual, gay, and all that bullshit. Because the Most High, He just created two genders, male and female. If He created you to be a male, you be attracted to a female. If He created you to be a female, you naturally be attracted to a male. Balance, male and female. All this in between and other gender makeup, that's the foolishness of man. That's the foolishness of man. Real talk. That's the foolishness of man. Because the Most High created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. It was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, or Eve and let's see, Eve and Emily. It was just Adam and Eve, not Eve and Emily, or Adam and Steve. We created male and female because it takes a male and a female to bring forth new life. But yeah, it's like they want to feminize every last black man on this planet, especially in the Western culture, especially in, you know, Hollywood and America, and in the sports industries, you got all these celebrity black men. They want to put them in dresses and all that foolishness and stuff. It's just ridiculous. Oh, I'm getting a lot of notifications. Yeah, all right. But yeah, like I was saying, it's like, if you feminize, just say if 90% of the black men was feminized and homosexual, our race would be doomed. You know, we'll be less procreating. And that's what the powers that be want. They want that. But that's not gonna happen because the Most High is in control. That's what they fail to realize. The Most High is in control of everything, you know, and nothing can happen to this world without going through the hands of the Father first. And that's real. So, that's why I say there's attack on black masculinity. It's like America, it's getting to the point it's gonna be illegal for a black man to be a man. Like they always got a saying, America only allows three type of black men in this country. Let's see, dead, gay, or in jail. Those type of three. It's like that's the only type of three of black men that America accepts. Either you be gay and dead or in jail. If you notice, it don't say a masculine black man, but hey, those three is not required to be by the Most High. The Most High don't desire us to be dead. He definitely don't want us to be no homosexual because the scriptures condemn that. You know, and definitely He don't want us to see us in jail. But a lot of our brothers get caught up, into the wrong crowd or be victim of circumstances. I mean, it's like this system. Anywhere they could take masculinity or take it from a man, they'll do it. Especially our men. Especially our men. And another reason why I think they fear black masculinity because, especially if this a black masculine man is righteous and he's keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, they gonna see the spirit of the Most High rolling on them. They gonna see that spirit of the Most High in that brother. If he keeping that Torah, having that faith in the Messiah and standing up for what's right, they fear that. They fear that. That's why they want us to. That's why they want to keep us dumbed down and ignorant. And they doing a good job with it too, with the new music industry. With these bubblegum sodomized rappers, with the skinny jeans and sagging. I'm sorry, fam. Sagging is a feminine trait. That's not a masculine trait. Masculine men don't sag their pants. Real talk. I know it's y'all want to socialize it with hip hop, but it has nothing to do with masculinity. Sagging pants, I mean, like the youth today, it's like they sagging their pants even lower, you know. And let's see, yeah, sagging ain't cool, Sagging is fagging, It's not cool. It's a non-masculine trait. If you want to carry yourself as a masculine man, you stand up straight, have broad shoulders, keep your head up, walk with your head up, looking straight ahead with a back straight back, pull your pants up, wear a belt. not sagging and letting everybody see your dirty drawers. That's not being a man. That's being feminized, you know. And sadly, you know, that's what they promote. They want to promote that in the media. They want to promote the black man in that image, you know. They don't want to promote him in a strong leadership role, you know. That or prominent role. They want to always portray him as a thug, a criminal, you know, a low life, you know. And that's with those false narratives. That's why black media is important. We got to have our own media, you know. To fight against the mainstream media. You know, we got to have our own media. We got to have our own media. That's the only way. Can't rely on the enemies. Can't rely on Hollywood because Hollywood gonna continue doing what they doing, promoting those three type of black men I just described: black men in jail, gay black men, and let's see, black men in jail, gay black men, and what I see, dead black men. Yeah, those three. They gonna keep promoting that. That's the only three type of black men they want in this society: dead, gay, or in jail. They don't want a strong, masculine black man. That's why they got the fathers out the house, you know, with the Section 8 and welfare system, you know, because they know if you have a strong, masculine black father, you're gonna have a strong black family because he gonna raise his family with strong morals and traditions, you know. And that's why you got this single mother and baby dad and baby mama epidemic because they got the fathers out the house. The fathers are the leaders of the household. According to the order is God, Christ, man, woman, and child. Without that, you take the man out of the equation, you know, is everything gonna fall into place. I mean, everything gonna fall out of whack. It ain't gonna fall into place because the only way it's gonna fall into place if you bring the fathers back in the house. And if he's a righteous man, he knows the Most High, and he believes in Christ, and he try to follow the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. You know, he gonna Oh, I see Kevin Samuels went live. Woman, stop making excuse. Working, still start working out. Yeah, he went live. He a cool brother too, Kevin Samuels. A lot of brothers, you see, that's one thing about brother Kevin Samuels. He makes some good points about them Jordans. And it's true. You know, if you're a 40-year-old black man still wearing Jordans, I'm sorry, that's not masculine. That's still boyish. And a lot of brothers give brother Kevin Samuels a lot of backlash behind that. But it's the truth, and that's another thing. Most blacks don't like hearing the truth. They don't like hearing the truth. But yeah, I agree with him on that. I think I could see if you're in your 20s, you're still wearing Jordans, but I say by the time you're in your 30s, man, stop wearing Jordans. Leave that for the youngsters, man. And them shoes are expensive anyway. But hey, everybody have their own style. If you like 30 and up and 40 still wearing Jordans, hey, that you still want to wear Jordans, I'm not gonna knock you. It's your style. You dress how you want, as long as it's decent. But I'll tell you one thing: if you're 30 and 40 and sagging your pants, you're a clown. You're a walking joke. You're a straight up walking joke. You ain't gonna be taken serious by the world. You know, how you gonna conduct a business deal? You going to the business deal sagging your pants? They gonna kick you out. They ain't gonna take you serious. They ain't gonna want to do business with you. They ain't gonna want to do business with you. But yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, that's why I say masculinity is important. And righteous masculinity. Not just you know beating on your chest, and wilding out, and being hyper masculine. Just being traditional masculinity. Being a man, standing up what's for right, standing up for what's for standing up for what's right in society. That's being a man. And God needs commandments and doing the right thing, doing the right thing. That's what being a man is about, doing the right thing. Yeah, I'm just chilling, on the street. I'm drinking a root beer with alcohol in it, with 5.9 alcohol. Let's see, Not Your Father's Root Beer by Small Town Brewery. Yeah, I purchased that from Super One. It's a root beer with alcohol in it. It actually tastes pretty good. Not Your Father's Root Beer. L with a taste of spices. 5.9 alcohol. Yeah, that's what I'm drinking right now. Ain't nothing wrong with drinking as long as you're drinking in your own place, wherever you live, drinking in your own place. That's one thing. If you're gonna drink responsibly. You know, and don't drink and drive. That's a main thing. Don't drink and drive. If you go out with your homeboys or homegirls, make sure one of y'all's a designated driver. And that's real. You can always have a designated driver. That way, a designated driver will save your life. But if you're by yourself and you don't have a designated driver, stay at home and drink. That's the best thing to do. That's the wisest thing to do. Stay at home and drink. Or if you're going to your family's house or friend's house and you're drinking and you're by yourself and you drink and you might get drunk, wait till you get sober. Crash at your family members or friend's house for a few hours till you get sober, then get back on the road. You gotta drink responsible. You gotta drink responsible because drinking responsibly could save your life and somebody else's life, and it could save you from a world of trouble. I just wanted to put that thought out there. Drink responsibly. You know, and it's masculine to drink responsibly. That's demonstrating true masculinity. Drinking responsibility, and part of being masculine is being responsible. Handling your business, like paying your bills, on time. Or just paying your bills in general. Make sure you pay up all your bills paid. You show up to work on time. You know, you be a productive citizen. And let's see, you know, keep your house order. Get your house in order. Like if you have a wife and children. I don't like saying kids because a kid is a baby goat. I explained that before on the other stream, I think. But yeah, take care of your wife and children. Make sure they all right. But yeah, that's why I say, man. A lot of these young black boys, they not, demonstrating masculine. They think with emotion. They got to think with logic. Men think, women feel. Like a lot of the elders mentioned. Like Elder BGS. He mentioned that. He likes saying that all the time. Elder BGS. He always say, "Oh, men think and women feel," and that's true. That's true. We're supposed to use logic most of the time. You know, but yeah, I just wanted to do this live stream. About the attack on black masculinity. And I mean, it's under siege. And it's not just black masculinity, it's masculinity in general these days. They got the Me Too agenda, the feminist movement, and they attack masculinity on the commercials. They make the men look stupid and the woman always looking smarter and in charge, even with the movies. It's like anything that has to do with masculinity, they want to attack it. I'm sorry. If you have a nation of men with no backbone, your nation is doomed for failure. Your nation is doomed for failure and to be invaded by the opposing masculine nation. That's how it always been done in history. You think about all these previous ancient empires. The reason why they fell, number one, the reason why they fell was due to the sin and wickedness. And like I say, sin and wickedness, but and also due to their nation's failure is the men lacking masculine roles, getting too comfortable, and getting laid back and letting women take control. And when that happened, the outside nations or the barbarians, they came in and invaded and took over. And rightfully so, because the barbarians was full of masculine energy. And they was driven by masculine energy. And they seen the weakened nation as weak, and they took the opportunity to invade and take over. And this happened. If this happened to our country, if most of our men get weak and limp wristed and no backbone, we're gonna get invaded by the next other superpower. I just wanted to put that out there. But Hold up, I'll be back. All right, I'm back, man. I want to get me another beer. Want to get me another beer. And I'm in my own. I'm in my place. Smoke. I mean, drinking. I don't smoke. That's one. I don't smoke. I drink every once in a while and once in a blue moon, but I don't smoke. I'm not down for smoking. I advise you to quit smoking. Them cigarettes ain't nothing nice. But drinking, I drink. I'm mostly a wine person, but that's enough about me for now. But hey, I drink responsibly. That's all you need to know. I drink responsibly. And I don't drink and drive because my pops taught me not to drink and drive. And I must honor my pops and mother. That's the fifth commandment: honor thy father and thy mother. You know, that's another thing. Respect your parents because your parents knows what's best for you. You know, especially in situations like that. You know, sometimes you're gonna clash with your parents. Especially if you're son, you're gonna clash with your father. But that's part of being a man, because it's a previous generation and you part of another generation, but you still gotta respect your father, because that's your father. That's where your source, that's where your strength comes from, your logic comes from your father. And that's another problem I have in a so-called black community. We don't honor the fathers. We honor the mothers, and nothing wrong with honoring the mothers, but we gotta honor the fathers too. You know, we don't honor the fathers. It's matriarchy. It's matriarchy, man. You see, in our ancient Israelite culture was a patriarch. Patriarch. You know what I'm trying to say. Men led our culture. But in the so-called black community, these women running the men, and we the only group of men in this society is being led by our women. And look at the state of our communities. You got these feminized boys thinking with emotion. That's why you got all this black on black crime now. You know, because they being led in female households and they being taught to hate black male leadership and black masculinity. They don't want to be men. They'd rather be boys the rest of their life. That's why you got a lot of these 40 and 50 years old baby boys running around here. 40 and 50 years old with no credit score, don't even pay bills, probably don't even own a car. 40 and 50-year-old baby boys, homosexuals, homo Hebrews, living off of women, living under a woman's roof. That's not cool. That's not masculine. You ain't a man. I'm sorry. If you living under a woman's roof, whether it's your wife, girlfriend, or shacking up, and you're not working, you don't have a job, you're not a man. You're a boy. So if you get offended, those who watching this and get offended, I don't give a damn. Because a man's supposed to have his own. Whether it's an apartment, you're paying rent, paying a mortgage, I don't give a damn. You have your own spot. That's part of being a man. You gotta have your own spot. You don't want to live under nobody's roof for the rest of your life. That's not cool. To have your own spot as a man, especially if you're in your 20s, man, that's a good feeling. Man, your confidence should be going through the roof. Your confidence is supposed to be skyrocketing, man. Real talk. If you let's say if you 21 or 23 and you got your first apartment, you got a decent job, you got, you're paying your bills, man, you should feel good about yourself, bro. Real talk. And you see, that was my previous stream about, why a lot of these young black boys need to be out on their own, at least in their 20s, have at least in their 20s, have their first place, whether, let them get an apartment first, because if they have some trustworthy friends, they could all rent a house, like rent a 4-bedroom house, and they each pay a part of rent, but you gotta watch the roommates though. I might make that. I'm gonna make a separate stream about roommates. My take on roommates. Well, whoo, that period coming up. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm gonna make a stream about roommates. You know, now I was fortunate not to have roommates. You know, I'm thankful for the Most High that I'm out on my own. You know, and I can maintain my place. But all praise to the Most High for that. Making a way. But yeah, man, if you're a young brother, you're like 23, 25, or even if you're 21, you got your one bedroom apartment. You might not have a lot of furniture, but hey, you work your way up to that, as long as you have your roof over here, you got your own place. All you need is a bed, get your bed first. Like, say like, if you're a young brother, you're just starting out and you want to get a apartment, get your bed first, maybe. Take some of your stuff from your parents' house, like your TV, your gaming consoles, your computers, whatever you have at your parents' house. But definitely get your bed first. Get a bed, and the next thing you should probably get is like a sofa set. Or I advise you just to get a sofa. Don't get the whole sofa set because you might not be able to afford it. But it all depends what kind of job you have. But get your sofa and get your you get your cheap table set at Walmart. Ain't nothing wrong buying cheap stuff. Because long as you have furniture, furniture is furniture, bro. I don't care if you get your furniture from Walmart or one of them furniture stores. Furniture is furniture. And really, one thing about being a man, we satisfied with the simple and basic stuff. That's the good thing about being a man. We don't look to get the fancy or long as it have a masculine feel to it. We satisfied with a basic sofa, a basic chair and a basic furniture table set. We ain't too picky. Like for I know I'm not too picky. As long as you have furniture in your house. But yeah, telling y'all, man, that's why I say, man. You got a lot of these young brothers. They living with a woman that's on Section 8. Living under her roof, eating her food, eating her and her children's food, but don't want to get a job. All they do is sit on the corner all day. Walk the streets like some dead, like some undead zombies with no soul. That's not cool. Other nations seeing that, shaking their head, looking. Other nations passing by the black community, seeing our young brothers lost. They saying to themselves, how can this be God's chosen people? These Negroes, these ignorant Negroes don't know who they are. They shaking their head. But I tell you what, they know all this about us, but they're not going to reveal it to us. Maybe a small percentage of them, but not all of them. And some of them boldly reveal it to them. And our people take it in and they go one end out the other. And they continue going back to doing the same nonsense they was doing before. Yep. But yeah, that's why I say, man, masculinity must make a strong comeback, because they can't stop it. It's natural. It's from the Most High. If they want to try to take masculinity from men, especially black men, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because the Most High ain't gonna allow it. He's not gonna allow it because he's not gonna allow it. So they could try all they want. These feminazis, these SJWs, all these movements against men, they ain't gonna stop that. Because let me tell you something. You take the masculinity away from men, ain't nothing gonna get built. No bridge is gonna be, the infrastructure ain't gonna be maintenance. They ain't gonna have maintenance done on the roads. Things gonna crumble. Society gonna crumble because all the buildings in history, your bridges, your bridges, your buildings, all your infrastructures in history, men built that. Men built that. Now, don't get me wrong. You got women working in the construction industry these days, but hey, it's men dominate those areas. That's men dominate those areas. And in my opinion, I think women should not work in male-dominated spaces. That's my opinion because, women bring confusion in male-dominated spaces. Women bring confusion, especially if you're attractive, you got men going. be staring at her, looking with her and lusting after her, and gonna trying to hook up with her. That shit goes on all jobs, you know. And then next, in a few years down the line, she's following a lawsuit, you know, with this Me Too bullshit. That's why I say, you know, I think women should not work in male-dominated spaces, you know. So those who's watching the rebroadcast, let me know your thoughts about that. Maybe y'all might have opposing views, but you know, I'm like with male-dominated spaces, like let's see, for example, construction, you know, the fire department. Uh, Now, police department, that's a different story, but definitely fire department because you know they got the firehouse. You know, I think a fire department should be a male-dominated space, just like the military in the ancient world. Women didn't fight in the wars. You know, in biblical times, you know, women didn't fight in the Israelite army. You know, they was the prayer warriors. They stood in the back. They stood in the cities or in the village and prayed for their husbands to come back from the war or the battle. Ain't no woman was on the front lines in King David army. You know, you read the story about David mighty men. It was mighty men, not mighty women. It was mighty men. He had mighty men. That was his top soldiers in his army. You know, that was his top soldiers in his army. Yeah, but now these days, you know, you got these feminists and you know thinking they could do everything a man could do. They can't do everything what a man could do because the Most High created us different biologically. You know, He created us different. You know, we got different genetics. You know, we got more mass on our muscles as men than women. You know, and women could see things that most men can't see or feel things. You know, women got a good intuition. We don't. You know, we just you know, that's why I say, you know, the Most High designed us to be different, man and woman. But this damn society, you know, they want to try to make everything gender neutral, like one gender. That's not gonna work. That's unnatural. You know, you got they trying to get away, trying to get rid of the separate bathroom, like have a one gender bathroom, man. That's gonna cause confusion. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You know, it's male and female. You know, it's male and female. You know, but yeah, that's why I see to get rid of masculinity is a no-no. It's gonna be the collapse of society. It's gonna be the collapse of society, and that's what the elites want. That's what the powers that be want because you see, they fear all men being masculine because a nation of masculine men gonna probably revolt and try to overthrow the powers that be. That's what they fear. So that's why they want to come with all kind of attacks against masculinity with all these movements and stuff. You know, they fear that. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on the attack on black masculinity. We need to start teaching these young black boys to be, men, and not afraid to approach manhood. Man, a lot of these young boys today probably can't even change a flat tire, and that's sad. That's sad. They can't even change a flat tire. Something basic like that. Getting a four-way lug and a jack, and jacking the car up, and changing the tire. You probably don't even know how to check under the hood under their car. And I'm not saying to be a mechanic, just the basic stuff, checking under the hood, like checking your all dipstick, your power steering fluid, check if see if you still got radiator fluid, the coolant, the radio coolant, simple stuff like that. A lot of these young boys don't know how to do that probably. They just get in the car and drive like a woman. That's what women do. Most women do that. They get in the car and just drive to the car conquer. You got a saying that men are treated a car like a baby, and a woman don't give a damn about a car. She'll get in the car and drive it and put all dents in it and shit. Most men they treat a car like a baby, man, and that's real. See, some men they do treat a car like a baby. Don't want nobody to come near it or drive it, especially if it was a classic car and he restored. Say if you have a 1964 Mustang, or 1964 Ford Mustang, and he restored, he ain't gonna let nobody drive that. He might drive that car maybe once a month, and it might be a show car. But he ain't gonna let his wife drive it because his wife gonna get in that classic car Man, she gonna park that car anywhere in the parking lot. Somebody key it, and then he'll see that he'll probably throw a fit. But yeah, man, a lot of these young boys, man, they probably don't even know how to do something simple like that. You know, change a tire. Look under the hood of their car. Check for they all. You know, all change the all. Now if you don't want to change your all, you could bring it to a mechanic. Change your all. I'm not gonna hold that against you. If you don't change your own all. Because ain't nothing wrong going bring it to a shop because we live in a busy society. You know, and all depend where you stay. Because like if you stay at an apartment, some apartment complex have rules you can't do stuff like that on their property. So you're gonna have no choice but to bring it to a place that change your all. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but I'm just talking about doing the basic stuff. Like looking under your hood. Changing a flat tire. This may sound crazy, but you might got some of these young boys don't even know how to pump gas, don't even know how to put gas in the car at the gas station. It may sound crazy, but it's true. They probably got a small percentage of these young boys of this generation. They don't know how to pump gas. And that's easy, man. That's something easy to do. Pump gas in the car. Just to show you how you know, feminized these young boys been, man, in this generation. Yeah, excuse me. That root beer good. Good root beer. Somebody gonna be hating, they gonna hear me belching, they gonna be like, oh, toxic masculinity. I'm belching in my own place. I could do what I want. I said, excuse me. Sure. That's my live stream. I could drink all I want, I could belch all I want. But yeah. So I think I'm gonna probably end this stream, just to come with that's my thoughts on the attack on black masculinity. And I think we should stand up, Something we gotta speak more about this, Gotta speak more about this because they don't want black men to be men. They don't want us to be masculine. They want to see us feminized, be homos. They don't want us to be straight. They don't want us to be straight, masculine, and pursue women. Be attracted to the opposite sex in our natural form. Be attracted to women. You know. So yeah, that's why it's important. For the boys. Well, I'm gonna say that's why it's important for the boys and and the girls too to have a father figure in their life. Especially the boys, because it takes a man to raise a boy. It takes a man to raise a boy, and because that's where he gonna get all his masculine teachings from. His teachings on manhood. Just like in some ancient African cultures, or even in our Israelite cultures, we probably had rites of passage, or any ancient culture, some Asian cultures, like Japanese cultures, Chinese, any ancient cultures of the past had rites of passage ceremonies. And we don't have that no more these days in this society. We need to bring that back in our community, rites of passage, rites of passage. See, in some villages, you had to go through certain rites of passage, to become a man and to take a wife, and you had to be worthy, and do certain tasks to get you a wife in some villages, in some cultures. Now these days it's a free for all. You don't have to do nothing. All you gotta do is just comply to society's rules, and keep up with the status quo. There's no rites of passage, because I think with the rites of passage, man, you get rewards and you get respected by the village. You get the respect. You gotta earn the respect of all the men in the village. You gotta earn the respect of the elders and chief of the village. Once you got the chief respect, you good. You're good. You first get the respect of your peers, the other men in the village, the elders, and then the chief. And once you got the chief respect, man, you're all right. Now these days we have no chief. We got nothing. We just got dysfunction. That's all we got. We got chaos, no order. That's why I say, you know, like I was saying, man, we don't honor the fathers in the black community. Everything is big mama. What about Big Father? Real talk. Big Mama this, Big Mama that. You know, no, not honoring the fathers. If they got Big Mama, they gotta have Big Father too. Real talk. Or Grandma, Grandpa. You gotta have Big Father. It's supposed to be the masculine leading the families. But we've been so destroyed in the society. The masculinity of the black community been so destroyed. We've been doing this matriarchal shit for like what maybe the last few generations, you know. And then you're gonna have some of these, hope tep simps and hope tep men talking about, oh, our culture always been a matriarch, all African cultures. Now you might have some African villages or African cultures have the matriarch, but most African cultures are patriarchy. Just like that's just how it always been. It always been that way. You know, Men lead. I don't care. Men are ordained to lead. Women are meant to follow. It says that in the scriptures. Whether you believe the scriptures or not, it's true. It's universal law. It's the law of the Most High. Men are supposed to lead. Women are followers. Women can't lead men. If they lead by emotion, they'll lead us all into a wild goose hunt. Yeah, that's why you can miss me with that bullshit. Oh, black society, oh, black people, we always been a matriarchal people. That's bullshit. Because in the Bible, it was a patriarchy. And then you got a lot of these hotep motherfuckers, they come against the Bible because they really hate patriarchy. They want to say, oh, the Bible bashes women. It enslaves women. It talks down on women. No, it don't. It teaches women to be a righteous woman. It only talks down on rebellious women or women that want to be Jezebels or harlots. So you can miss me with that BS. You know, these hotep son of a guns, man, they always attacking the Bible because they was proudly raised by a single mother. They didn't had no masculine presence in their damn house. That's why they hate the Bible because it represents patriarchy, and the Bible gonna teach you how to be a man. You know, that's what they hate. They hate that they don't want to be a man. Therefore, they don't want to read the word of the Most High. They always want to look for trying to see where the flaws at in the Bible and want to say, the Bible talks down on women. Man, shut up. Most of these hoteps most of them are some damn simp and male feminists. These mangina, man, these manginas. That's all they is. These some damn manginas. I can't stand a lot of them. That's why I don't debate them clowns. Debating them clowns is a waste of time. Whether you're Israelite, Christian, or Muslim, man, don't waste your time debating these hotep simps. You know, don't don't waste your time. It's a waste. You know, because most of them don't stand for nothing anyway. They just stand. All they do is talk pseudoscience, talk about ancient Egypt, trying to talk the panties off a weak-minded woman and hope to get between her legs. I'm just keeping it real. That's all they do. They wear them ox all day, wear them ancient Egyptian jewelry, talk about, oh, we was kings and shit. We was kings and shit. No, we wasn't. Not all of us was kings and shit. If we was all kings, who would have who would have been the farmers? Who would have been the soldiers? Who would have been the commoners? Everybody can't be a king and a queen. So miss me with that bull crap. We was kings and shit. Now you got all these white trolls coming on their channels saying that shit. We was kings and shit. Ooh, baby. Yeah, for real though. So you can miss me with that, you know. And then you want to say, the Bible was taken from ancient Egypt. You know, the story of Mary and Jesus was from Isis and Horus and all that BS. I like to tell them, I say, wait, okay, show me the prophecies. Show me the prophecies of these ancient Egyptians. Show me the ancient Egyptian prophets of Kemet. They can't produce any. And they want to say the Ten Commandments was stolen from the laws of Mayat. Okay. And they don't even practice the laws of Mayat. But I bet you, but the Israelites doing their best to keep the 10, those that's faithful in the truth, and you got some Christians keeping the 10 commandments probably, you know, real talk. They may not be keeping all the laws and statutes commandments, but most high willing, he'll wake them up to the full truth, most high willing. But these Kemetic clowns ain't keeping them laws of Maya. those so-called 42 laws of Ma'at. Want to say the Ten Commandments was stolen from that? Man, that's a bunch of bullshit. That was a bunch of bull crap. The Ten Commandments stolen from the 42 laws of Ma'at. Get the hell out of here with that hogwash, man. And they want to talk all that crap about the Bible. They want to crap on the beliefs of the Israelites and the Christians and Muslims. But these comedic clowns, they ain't practicing them 42 laws of Ma'at. They ain't practicing none of that. Neither one of them laws. Most of these clowns probably eating pork, shellfish, celebrating these pagan holidays. That's why I say they foolish, man. They just hustling the people. As you know, I know I'm talking about the attack on black masculinity, but I just had to attack on this subject too, because it's like when you debate these clowns, it's like you're debating the endless record. Because they're gonna regurgitate the same bullshit, talking about the white man wrote the Bible, you know, the Bible was plagiarized from ancient Egypt, the hieroglyphs was there, you know, but they failed to realize they probably had civilizations before ancient Egypt. You probably had the ancient Samaria, ancient Sumerians, the ancient Samaria and all that. But yeah, they miss me with that, dude. That's why I say, man, if you're an Israelite, especially if you're new to the faith, if you're a new Israelite to this faith, stay away from them. Stay away from these Kemet brothers and sisters, because they're gonna tempt you. They're gonna tempt you. If you're a brother, I'm speaking to my Israelite brothers. If you're a new brother in this truth, stay away from them, man. Especially the women in Kemet, because she might be attractive. She'll sweet talk you into believing that Kemet shit. She'll sweet talk your ass out the Bible. And then you'll be going from wearing fringes, having a beard and wearing a menorah. Next month your ass will be wearing an ankh and saying you're praying to Anubis, because you've been hooking up with this chick that was in the Kemet science. And that's real. Same thing with the sisters. You will be a sister in this walk. You could be in this walk for maybe 2 months. You got you're wearing your modest clothes, you got your head wrap on, you're wearing your yacht chains, with the name of the Father and Son on the medallion. You got your nice dress on. You hook up with this brother, he gonna come sweet talking with some new knowledge. You get into a relationship with him. Then the following month, you talking crap about the Bible. You talking about you denouncing your faith. That's why you gotta stay away from these clowns, because they soothsayers. And I seen it happen a lot on Facebook. I seen some brothers and sisters that was in this walk, you know, and a couple of months they start questioning their beliefs. The next thing you know, they into that Kemet shit, and then they talking about African spirituality, talking about I'm praying to the ancestors and shit. You ain't praying to no ancestors, you're praying to some fucking demons. Real talk. You're praying to some fucking demons. You ain't praying to no ancestors. The only one you're supposed to be praying to is the Most High through Christ. That's the only one you're supposed to be praying to. Not no damn ancestors. Your damn ancestors can't hear you because they long and gone. They sleeping in the ground, waiting to be judged on the day of judgment. And that's real. So miss me with that shit. The only solution for us is to obey these commandments. That's the only solution. Sorry if I'm ranting, but I'm passionate about this. It just irks me when they trying to, especially when our young brother, especially when you got a newbie in this faith, a new believer. You gotta. I see it a lot on Facebook. That's why I see Facebook is toxic. It's too much toxicity. Too much toxicity. You know what I'm trying to say? Toxicity. My words. I get my words tongue tied and shit. But yeah, I'm speaking real facts. You got some of these brothers and sisters, man. They seducing our Israelite brothers and sisters to come out the faith. They seducing them. They do it, they doing it to the Christian and Muslims. So what make you think they ain't gonna do it to our Israelite brothers and sisters in this faith? These non-believers, these so-called black atheists, they come with this so-called pseudoscience and knowledge. They want to talk about, the Bible is fake, and all this, blah, blah, blah. They're trying to lead you out your faith. That's why I say, man, stand on your faith. Stand on your beliefs. Stand for what's right. Because I tell you one thing, they could talk all the noise about what they want about that Bible. That Bible could have you living right. It teaches you how to live right basic instructions before leaving Earth. Y'all know the famous acronym, basic instructions before leaving Earth. You know, because we didn't had the Bible, everything will be all out of control. Everything will be all. And another thing that gets me about these Kemet's or these so-called black atheists, they didn't read that whole Bible. If they say they read that Bible, don't believe them. They didn't read that whole Bible from Genesis to Revelation, because most of these clowns don't even know about the lost books. They probably read certain chapters and certain stories, but they didn't read that whole Bible. The majority of awakened Israelites, Christians, and Muslims never even read the Bible or Quran. They ain't, so what make you think these non-believers read the whole Bible? You know, if the regular believers didn't read the whole Bible yet, what make you think these non-believers read that whole Bible from Genesis to Revelations? So because that's another lie they like to use. These non-believers, all these brothers and sisters that comes against our faith, they go, "Oh, I read the whole Bible, and it contradicts itself. It got all the flaws." But if you ask them some simple questions about it, or simple parts, they can't break nothing down. They're gonna come with their van interpretations, and the scriptures say there's no private interpretations. Cool down with this beer. But yeah, see, that's how I could be. I talk about the main subject. The next thing you know, I ramble on to something else. But yeah, I'm about to end this stream though. It's 2 minutes after 10 o'clock. It's just Brother Moshe signing off. I say Shalom Aleichem. I thank those, if those who come across and watch this stream, I thank you for watching it. Like, share, subscribe. I could use a few more subscribers here. I'm a small channel up and grown. I could use some more subscribers. But hey, that's YouTube. Sometimes your channels grow slow, sometimes it blow up fast. Excuse me. But yeah, that's just my little take on the attack on black masculinity. Follow with a little mini rant. A little mini rant. But okay, I'm about to sign out in this stream, and I'm gonna say shalom. May you have a good night. I might come back later on for another stream. I don't know, all depending how I feel or what I'm doing. I might come with another stream. So those who's subscribe to me, whether you're up, just be on alert. I might come with another stream, but I'm about to end this one. So it's Brother Moshe once again, and telling you shalom.